You can be anything you put your mind to. Y'all ain't listening to me. See, y'all think I'm some rich boy talking to y'all. I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at me. I come from the bottom. My father made $5 a day in the coal mine. He had 5 kids. I didn't flush a toilet till I was 5 years old. We didn't have running water. I had a well pump in my house. We didn't have no hot water. That's who you talking to. So when I'm telling you this, pay attention to me. I come from the bottom. I ain't no rich boy. I didn't get a car in my name till I was 38 years old. So quit looking at me like I'm up here some rich boy just talking to you some type of smack. I've been at every economic level there is. I've been homeless, I've been barely making, and I'm balling. What you talking to? My mama ain't had no money, I made it all. I sat in that car for 3 years and was talking to God, trying to figure it out. That's why I'm talking to.
Slap your neighbor and say, you don't know what you got. You don't know what you got until all hell breaks loose. You don't know what you can endure until people stab you in the back and walk away from you. You can't learn what's in you sitting back in a lazy boy chair hitting the remote control. But when all hell breaks loose, that's when you get to see what you got. I didn't get to see the design. I didn't get to see the architectural plans, but I know I'm made of some good stuff. I can tell by the burdens I bear and the stuff I endure. They said I was gonna die, and I believed it. But through hell and high water, I'm still here. Slap somebody and say, I got something to do. That's why all hell is breaking loose in my life. I got something to do. That's why I keep going through storms and setbacks. I got something to do. That's why the devil keeps bringing up my past, because I got something to do. Oh, do you hear what I'm teaching this morning?
We all have things that come against us in life. Sometimes it was no fault of our own. We were born into difficulties. We wonder, why am I having this opposition? Why was I raised in an unhealthy childhood? It's because there's something in you that the enemy's trying to stop. If the enemy wasn't threatened by you, he wouldn't be trying to hold you back. He knows you're destined to take new ground. So he's going to work overtime to try to stop you. When David was a teenager working out in the shepherd's fields, he didn't have a significant position. He didn't come from wealth and influence. Nothing about David that stood out. Why did his father leave him in the shepherd's fields when Samuel came to anoint one of the sons as the next king? Why did he disrespect David and look down on him like that? Why did his oldest brother belittle David? Why was he jealous? David wasn't intimidating, but the enemy can see things in you that you may not see in yourself. Even the enemy knew he was a giant killer. That's why he came against David so strongly. Many of the difficulties you faced, opposition. That came out of nowhere, it's because there's a giant killer in you. You may not be able to see it yet, but even the enemy can see there's greatness in you. Those difficulties are a sign something amazing is in your future. There was a man that was possessed with evil spirits. No one could control him. They sent him to the other side of the Sea of Galilee, where he could live among the tombs, a deserted place. They tried to chain him up, but he was so strong, he would break the chains. He would wander through the tombs, cutting himself and screaming. This man didn't look like he had much of a chance. I can imagine some nights there were moments of sanity where he would look up and say, God, please help me. It looked like this was his destiny. People had given up on him, but God never gives up on us. Don't write your child off, your cousin off. May seem like they're too bad, too far off course. The enemy wouldn't be fighting them that hard if there wasn't something amazing on the inside of them. Jesus was in Galilee. When he finished that day, he told the disciples he wanted to cross to the other side of the lake where the man was. While they were on the boat, a huge storm arose. Looked like it was going to sink. Jesus stood up and spoke to the storm. Peace, be still. Suddenly the winds and waves stopped. Everything was perfectly calm. The next morning, Jesus was getting out of the boat when this deranged man came running up to him, fell on his knees, and started screaming. Instantly, the man was healed. The scripture says they saw the man sitting in his right mind. What's interesting is the huge storm that arose wasn't random. That was the enemy trying to stop Jesus from getting to the man. You would think the enemy would be satisfied. I mean, the man was possessed. He'll never do anything great. No, the enemy knew, despite all he had done, that this man still had grace. Greatness in him, that he still had a destiny to fulfill, dreams to accomplish. There is a fight for your future. But what I want you to see is it's not your battle. God is fighting for you. Don't worry. God controls the winds. The winds that are trying to stop you from your destiny, God is speaking to them right now. Things that look like they could never turn around. The storm seems darker than ever. Get ready. Favor is coming. Victory is coming. You're going to see God override what's trying to stop you. No giant too big for him to defeat. No fire too hot that he can't step in and bring you out. Some of these battles took place when you were a small child. The enemy knew way back then what you were called to be. He could see you were destined for greatness. So he has worked overtime trying to stop. Destiny through things you had no control over. The enemy can't stop your life. David said in Psalm 30, Lord, I praise you, for you refuse to let my enemies triumph over me. Why did that accident not harm you? God refused to let it harm you. Why did you beat the cancer? Why hasn't that addiction finished you off? The forces of darkness cannot stop what God has ordained for you. You may have had some bad breaks, but just the fact that you're still here is a sign God's favor is on your life. The enemy doesn't come against people that don't have anything. In one sense, you can take it as a compliment. Yes, I have big obstacles, but I know it's because I have a big destiny. But they could not finish me off. I'm still standing. Now do your part. Stay in faith. Don't go around complaining about what didn't work out. God is still working. He will make up for what was unfair. He will pay you back for the wrongs that were done. Paul said, 1 Corinthians, a wide door of opportunity is open to me, and there are many adversaries. Doesn't mean God has forgotten about you. It's because of the wide doors that are about to open. It's because of the favor that's in your future. You tried to set a new standard, but opposition came out of the woodwork, things that you've never faced. When the enemy sees you start to make progress, he'll send the storm. The storms cannot stop our God. It's a sign promotion is coming. The storm is a sign you're about to see things change in your favor. No bad break has canceled God's. Plan for your life, no disappointment, no person. The reason it's not fair is because there's something in you that the enemy doesn't want out. An anointing, a favor that he doesn't want you to see. The good news, he doesn't have the final say. Now get ready to step into your greatness. Now quit being discouraged by what's against you. If you weren't a threat, the enemy wouldn't be bothering you. What's come against you may be bigger, stronger. Don't worry, the Most High God is fighting for you. Now believe and declare every storm that you're facing is beginning to dissipate. The greatness in you is about to come out. New levels of favor, healing, breakthroughs, the fullness of your destiny.